All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, first day of trading this week, and we're live. We are trading in both the evaluation and the paper today. Let's go ahead and get our charts up on the screen here. Market's been kind of running this thing. We've been trading since about just off and on since around 4 a.m. So let's go ahead and dive in. Why am I zoomed so far in? There, that's like better framing. All right. Let's make sure we got nothing up that shouldn't be up. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. All right. Here we are. We are, like I said, like we were talking about in our Discord group today. By the way, if you guys are not in our Discord group, you are missing out. It's joelstrade.com/Discord. There's also a link in the description as well. Also, just drop it in the chat. But so it's in here. Let's go. All right. Hopefully I typed that right. Looks like I typed it right. Y'all are gonna want to join that Discord. We were actually talking this morning about this bull run that we're expecting on the day, and there it is. It's been pretty much ripping all day. We're up $400 on the day, although we did take a little extra. Like, we took 12 trades or so. I actually think we took a little more than that because we're trading 4 contracts, so 60 divided by 4. Took 15 trades just to make that 400. So we were kind of going back and forth a little bit. Had a couple losses and a couple wins in the pre-market. So, and you can see it was very much channeling throughout the pre-market, and then we took like a pretty decent sized loss right here before we ended up getting this bounce. But what we were talking about and what we were waiting on in our Discord group was the 5200 crossover on the 5-minute chart, which you can see actually happen around the open, right around 6:15, 6:20 was where that actually took place. And we called it out at around 5 a.m. or something like that. I actually give you the exact time that we called it out, but it's in our Discord group when we did. So it's stuff like this that, in my own personal opinion, just makes that kind of community worthwhile. Is when you've got this sort of like collective of people with all these different experiences and all this different knowledge about the market, trading, entrepreneurship, philosophy, life experiences, etc., coming together and discussing these ideas. And that to me is what brings it a lot of value. We are dropping down off this high here at 4,035, dropping down to about 4,025. And we'll see if we get a pop off that. Although I am a little inclined to maybe possibly go short, since we kind of did hit these highs up here. Potentially go short, maybe down like 40.20. But it is finding some support there off that 12 moving average on the 5-minute chart. I'm going to jump back to the 1-minute chart so we can get a little bit more of an idea of sort of the up close movement. You can see that this is switching over to red on the TTM, switched actually about 5 minutes ago. And we're moving from 2.0 to 2.8 to 3.4 to 4.0 to 4.6. A little bit of leveling off there. You can see it kind of try to bounce at the 50 moving average, and it's really kind of in that zone right now off that 50 EMA. If we break down below this, we may have room all the way down to the VWAP, but 4,020 is kind of the lowest I expect this to go. 4.0 to 4.89, now to 5.4. So getting some decent momentum to the downside. May look to see if we can go short off of like 40.25. And maybe just like not very much. Like going for like 3 ticks kind of thing. I could just get myself in trouble with this trade. If if I even get filled. Okay, it did fill me. And we're popping up slightly on it. I'm looking for a move back down to 24. I may be getting myself in trouble on this trade. I think I am. So I'm probably going to cut it. See if I can get an ounce of profit on this. Haven't traded during the day, the actual trading day yet. All right, we took a little micro profit on that, $50, just one tick off of 4 contracts. 3-minute chart shows big support at 399.10. You are absolutely correct. Sorry, I got like snooze alarms popping up. Right there for a bounce back. Yeah, I actually agree with that, Pawn. I was seeing that as well, my own self, down here at 4,000, really. So 399.10. But that's kind of where we were, where we've kind of been like bouncing off of a lot of the day. Here's the lower end of the VWAP spectrum here. It's right there, riding along that 4,000, like Pawn was talking about. And that's on the 1-minute chart. And if we go out to the 5-minute chart, I think we're probably around the same zone. Yeah, we are. So if we happen to pull back to this lower end of the VWAP here, so this is the bottom of the VWAP, the purple is the middle, and then this is the top. And you can see a lot of the time, it will reject at the top of the VWAP and then pull back down. It honestly would be kind of nice just to see a trend reversal, or just some pullbacks to the middle of the VWAP. Right now, we're kind of trending downwards off of this. It almost looks like a head and shoulders pattern. Let me know what you guys think. But to me, this kind of looks like a head and shoulders pattern. Good to see you, Pawn, by the way. By the way, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. We are growing a little bit at a time. Just a little more every single day. This community is growing, getting better and better. I love the conversations that I'm starting to see in the Discord group, though. Seeing people talk about philosophy, seeing people talk about things like why they actually trade. That to me was like really big. Because if you don't start with why, the what doesn't even matter, or what you're doing, how you're doing it doesn't make a difference. If you don't know your why, good luck having staying power. That's my thoughts anyway. 3 more subs. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Love and appreciate you guys so much. We are pulling all the way back to the VWAP. VWAP being this purple line here. We're dropping below 4,020. Big drop down. Let's see if we find support off the 200 moving average or off of VWAP. Look at that drop. That was a good $5 there. More actually. 40.22 down to 40.15. So $7. That's a major, major, major drop. Sorry if I manipulate my charts too much for you guys. I'm like constantly moving them. To me, it just helps me like be focused on whatever the current thing that's happening is. This candle alone was 12,000 contracts. That big drop there. Mostly all sells or shorts. Kind of getting that trend reversal that we mentioned that we were hoping for. Going short off of VWAP might have been nice. May go short right here. I gotta watch out for this 200 moving average though. See if it respects it, but it looks like it's not. Honestly, it just looks like it's just dropping. Is short at 40.12.25, a little high on the short actually. Honestly, it's too high off the short. Not my best work. My son this morning said the TTM looks like chili peppers. I might cut this. Take our little loss. Maybe we can go down for a micro profit again. Okay, we made our micro profit on it. And my son said these look like red chili peppers. And I was like, you're not wrong. They kind of do. I need to find a way to monitor the chat and all this as well, just so that I can like be more engaged in everything. I'm really thinking about getting a second monitor, but I don't have a place for it. My desk is pretty much all the real estate is taken up. Like the monitor is like half the desk, and then there's like a quarter on each side available, which is taken up by like speakers, coasters, and my computer. So I'm like, where can I actually stick a second monitor? There's not really a lot of space for it. Like the room itself has space, but I don't know, maybe I need like a end table or something like right here. Just a place to like keep a second monitor. TTM looking like 8.0 to 9.3 to 9.7 to 9.8. So getting some leveling off of the TTM. We may get a red yellow. There's actually that yellow right there. So we may go from red hot chili peppers to yellow hot chili peppers. Yellow mild chili peppers maybe. But I definitely wouldn't call it a trend reversal. Not yet. But like I said, I was looking for a defined support off the 200 moving average. If it does, we'd want to see this break above the volume weighted average price before I'd be interested in going long in a trade. This red to yellow, though, does look kind of compelling. 9.7 to 9.5 to 0.2 on the TTM. So I may look for like a really micro scalp here. Entered at 15, out at whatever I got out at. Made 3 ticks on it. And we're really just kind of taking like 3 tick scalps right now. Gonna pop up the evaluation here. We're in the 100K eval right now. We're already up 66.5 bucks on the day. It's just up small, but something. We also are up slightly on our 50K. I honestly didn't even want to trade my 50K in the pre-market. I wanted to trade my static, but for whatever reason, my static eval like didn't properly reset, so I had to contact support. Which, by the way, I do have to mention, Elite Trader Funding's customer service and support is like, dude, they are like top notch. They are so on it. Every time that I email those guys, they're like responding to those emails so fast and correcting the issue. They always just correct the issue. That's what I love about these guys. That's why I am with Elite Trader Funding. Also, guys, by the way, quick plug there. If you want to check out Elite Trader Funding, there's a link in the description. Use the promo code JSBEST. You'll lock in a lifetime discount. Considering taking a trade here in the eval, but this honestly looks like it's going to fall back down. I could be wrong. And because I don't know, because I don't feel confident in that trade, I'm not going to take it at the moment. TTM looking like it's going to stack back up, though. 9.5, 9.4 to 9.0. It's really just riding along this 200. I don't have any edge here at the moment. So I think that my edge is to stay out of a trade at the moment. Tried to join the bid there at 16, missed it. You can see this pop about to happen. It's looking more solid to the upside. Watch out for rejections off the view app, though. We have 7 seconds left in this candle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Pawn was that it was really forming sort of that head and shoulders. I do see that it's kind of coming back up. So we may get a bounce off the view app before we get a move lower, but yeah, I may have to do the same thing. Get another table. I should have taken that move off 17. We have a possible crossover inbound of the 1226. We are running into resistance pretty heavy at the volume weighted average price. 8.3 to 7.5 to 6.6 on the TTM. I'm gonna put this up for a slightly larger move and look for a bounce off of 17 as the entry. I don't know if we'll go down that far. Actually, I want to get more like 1750, which is where the 9 EMA is. Trying to enter at the 9. I don't think it's going to happen though. Try 1775. Time left in this candle. Okay, so we got in 1775. I'm looking to get out of 19 and a quarter. But we do have to break through the VWAP. So I may cut this trade really fast if we don't break through VWAP. Gonna zoom in on this one. VWAP's right there at 1850. 7.5 to 6.7 to 5.9. We're down at 17. I'll put this at 18 and a half. Try and get out at the view app. I don't know if we're going to be able to pop that much. We're down $1 in this trade right now. 4 ticks. I'm out. Hit my limit there. We're out. We're still up 400 on the day, but again, the more trades that we take without making substantial profit, the higher fees that we accumulate. So it's not actually good to take a lot of trades. We want to take less trades with higher profit. $6.7 to 6.0 to 5.5, 5.4 or so on the TTM. So we are still stacking on the TTM 1. But we are below the volume weighted average price. And with this big drop right here, I don't have a lot of confidence for the bullish edge to continue on the day. So I may need to be focused solely on shorting, particularly down to like the 4009 level and maybe like the 4000 level like Palm was talking about. And see if we get bounces off the lower band of the view app. I am grateful that we cut that trade though. Failed to break through the VWAP, and that was kind of the most important part. A couple of things to note here. I'm on the 3-minute chart. I did just notice that the 35 is crossing above the 9 EMA and working its way towards crossing above the 12 EMA. What that means, what that tells us, is that if this 35, this longer time frame of exponentials, is moving above our shorter time frame of exponentials, then that's telling us that there's more bearish action on the way. Furthermore, we did get the 26 simple crossover, as you can see right there, which indicated even more bearish action as well inbound. This came as very much a lag behind the this big drop here, and so definitely had a lot of delay on that one. It's a little more successful at predicting longer term trades, but I will say this: when the 26 crossed above the 35, that was it indicating that there was bearish movement into inbound, just not ready yet. So we are also getting a hammer candle forming on the TTM, or not the TTM, but on the 3-minute chart. Little Mario there. 1.0 to 3.2 to 5.1 on the red chili side. 5-minute chart also seeing a lot of breakdown as well. So on the 5-minute chart, what we are seeing is you can see that TTM has cooled down substantially, and we may actually get a flip to the red side here on the TTM after this cooling is finished. So 10.8 to 9.0 to 6.4, massive drop there, to 4.3 to 1.92 area. So this has a lot of downward pressure on the 3 and the 5 minute charts. On the 1-minute chart is where we're seeing some of that support happen and some of the buildup on the TTM. Because we have so much downward pressure though on the 3 and the 5, it makes me really hesitant to trust 1-minute breakouts. Our movement looking like 5.5 to 4.9 to 4.6 to 4.0 on the TTM 1-minute chart. Riding along the 200 simple right now, and that 50 EMA is working its way down towards the 200 simple. Being as that's the case, I may look to, I'm going to see if I can go short here off of 15. I don't know if we'll get that entry, considering that we're at 14 right now, so that requires us to get a little pop up in order to go short. It's also going against what our TTM movement is looking like. So I'm taking this based off of the 3 and the 5, and that's if I can even get a fill here. I think 15 might be too aggressive. Let's try 14 and a half. I don't know or think really that this TTM on the 1-minute chart is going to pan out. Well, now 14 and a half is seeming far-fetched. Entered at 14. I'm looking for a move down to 12 and a half now, which was the peak of this one. TTM looking like 3.9 to 3.4 to 3. So we're actually getting stacking still on the TTM. I don't like that for this short, but I still think that I have a little bit of a short bias considering the moves on the day right now. Can you guys hear me okay? What's the music volume and everything look like? Everything look good? Sound good? Curious. Still learning this whole craft. Try my best. Okay, so we are going in the direction that we desire here. We're looking to go down. I tried to take the profit at 250. We ended up getting 150 because it kind of bounced back up. But that's okay. So we're up 550 on the day. We've taken more trades than we should have. Taken 20 trades. That's 80 contracts. Let's calculate our fees minus our 5.5. Sorry, extra one there. So we're up $201.20 on the day after fees. I really don't trust this TTM to the long side right now. There's just too much pressure on the 3 and the 5. Let's take a look at like the 30-minute chart. What a wild chart. In the last 10 days, man. We've been bouncing pretty consistently off of the 200 and the lower band throughout these last 10 days or so. We're still, as far as the last 10 days go, we're still in bullish move with the 50 above the 200. But that may begin to turn around soonish. Just going to take a look at the hourly chart. Hourly chart says the same thing. Really, it's like when we start like this, or we start getting like that red above the green, that's when we know that we're going to be downward trending for a while. Right now, we've got the green above the red, so that is letting us know that we're still continuing on some upward trends. But you can see it leveling off pretty heavily. Very textbook head and shoulders pattern right there. We do have this ABCD pattern that you can see, but the ABCD pattern is below the VWAP. That may give us indication of more downward move. However, the TTM has stacked pretty close to the cyan switch. Went from 3.1 to 2.6 to 1.9 to now 1.2. So we're only 1.2 away from a cyan switch. We're also kind of close to a 1226 crossover. There's the indicator for that just popped up. Ending with a doji down here. Actually, we've got 2 dojis down here. And now we're getting a little bit of a pop-up. Now, if we see this 9 EMA, the yellow line, get above the 12, that's the cyan line, then I may be inclined to take some more longs. I'm really trying to have sort of like the fluidity of the brain to not be so biased on either the long side or the short side on a particular day. And today I seem to be ambitrating pretty well. So yeah, ambitrating. I said it. What? Let's see, 1550. Let's look for an entry off 15.5. Got the entry off 15.5, but I don't want to go for 6 ticks. I wanted to just go for like 3 ticks. Popping down to a doji here, and we're dropping actually pretty quickly on this. Wow, just wiped out like most of my day. Yeah, we're out of that. Yeah, pretty hefty loss on that. Big drop down there. This is why I was saying I didn't really trust the TTM on the one side, considering the pressure on the 3 and the 5. And I went against what I thought was there for that cyan switch and that possible 1226 crossover. And look, I ended up going red on the day. That means I lost $700 on that one trade. So now we got to work our way back, but we're going to be working our way back through shorts. So we're going to look for a move up to the 9 EMA, which is right here at 14. And try and go short off of 14 for a move down to 12.5. Nah, there's too much selling pressure right here. Just look to get in. We're in at not a great price, but we're in. And there's 14. Now I wonder if I need to take a step back. Probably trading too frequently, causing me to overtrade. Yeah, first off, I need to cut this. So that's number one. Number two, so we basically just flipped our day because we were up 550, now we're down 550. So number two, I need to take a step back. I need to wait for our setup because trying to take these type of scalps is not working out. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that crossover to actually take place. And I'm going to wait for this to flip back to yellow. I'm also going to look to take 8 ticks instead of 6. Reason being is because when things start being like this, I typically switch back to momentum trading because that's where I'm most accurate. So I'm going to wait for the 9 to get above that 12. We're really close to it, but it's not there yet. So if we are looking to go long, we can't do it yet. We have to wait for that 9 to get above that 12. And if we take it prior, we risk basically what just happened right here. Now, obviously, I could have held through that and eventually made that money back, but we don't know that that's going to be the situation. This could have kept on dropping, and it honestly looked like it was going to because this candle opened red and dropped all the way down to 11 before popping back up. So, and then this also, if you can see, that was a near breakout, but this also is the reason why I'm waiting for that 9 to get above the 12, because it'll give us that confirmation of that upward move. The 12 and 26 are super close together, which will give us that breakout that we need towards the upside. But right now, there's just too much sideways movement. I can't trust long and I can't trust short. Just gonna check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We are growing little by little. We're up at 254 subscribers, and I want to thank all 254 of you optimists. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. In fact, 254, I'm really proud of that because, imagine 254 people inside of a room. There's a lot of people in the room, so thank you, all 254 of you. I just love and appreciate you guys. I really hope that some of you decide to join our Discord community because our Discord community is where the conversation is happening. We got some awesome combos going on there. Yeah, we may stay in this range for a while. I agree with that. I hope we don't. I honestly hope we do break out to either direction. I don't care if it goes down or if it goes up. I just want to see some sort of pattern forming. And right now, really, it's just kind of like finding support along this area. And you can see there's these like near breakouts. This 200 is acting as really strong resistance, but this area off of 4010 is finding like way too much support as well, which I think was one of the areas that I think that's what Pawn was actually saying. I was calling him Spawn. Played too much Halo, but because he was saying 400.1, which what would that be? That's actually 4001 on the ES. So that's right down on the lower band of the VWAP, which we are dropping down below 4,010 now. So we are getting some downward momentum. Finally, something. Going short 4,008.75, and I'm looking for further move down. I originally wanted to get in at 4,010, but it wasn't getting me there, and then we just filled up with a lot of buyers down there at the very end of it all. $1.8 to 2.0 on the TTM red side. I honestly believe we'll come out of this today. I think that we will end the day green. And I could be wrong, but I think that we will. We got in this trade a little low. I think that we did have the opportunity to get in at 4,010 like we wanted. 2.1 now to 2.3. I'm going to cut this because the TTM's flattening. Now down 900 on the day in the paper side. We're still up in the evaluation, so that's good. I cut that basically because I'm seeing the TTM flatten. We switch back to yellow again, then we're going to have another test likely of this 200 moving average, which is right there at 40.15. Taking a look at the 3-minute chart, I think for us to really see this begin to make another run at the highs here, we're going to need to see a red to yellow on the 3. $11.1 to 12.4 to 13 on the TTM3. Our next candle is going to be at 8:12. So let's look for 8:15 or so. So in about 5 minutes from now for a potential reversal. There's that TTM to the red side that we talked about. Honestly, just should have gone short right here off 15. Just wait for it to run down. It's a long trade though. It was like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. There's that break, even breaking down even more. That's pretty frustrating considering that we've gone short several times and then ended up cutting it because it would pop back up right after we get in. So it's pretty frustrating. We're in at 4,006. I'm looking for a move all the way down to 4,000. $4.2 to 7.1 on the TTM5. I'm just gonna hold through it this time and just see what happens. We may get this like this kind of pop right here, but I'm just gonna hold through it and see what happens. See if we get this move down to the lower band. Let's see, 3.0 to 3.5 to to 4.1 on the TTM 1 minute side. We've got 40 seconds left in this candle. Yeah, days like that, it's definitely kind of frustrating, but I mean, I think it's frustrating, most frustrating because, for pretty much every single short that we've taken, we were right, but the candle would fill itself back up almost immediately upon entry, and then continue going up right until it would hit our risk level and then drop back down. And I think that was the part that I found really frustrating in all of it. Looking to get out at this at 4,003, but it's kind of seeing a little more resistance at 4,005 than I want to. So we made some back on that. We got on at 4,006. We got out at about 4,005.25. So we got 150 back on that one. TTM 1 looking like 4.0 to 4.4 on the red side. So we may see more drawdown to around this 4,000 mark. Let's see if we pop up to like 4,008, which is like the 9 moving average here. Just got an order sitting there at 4,008 to go short. Granted, this could just be the bottom and work its way back up. The lower band of the VWAP is what I'm kind of banking on being the bottom, though. So if this pops up and fills me at 4,008, then I'm looking for one more move down to about 4,000, and then ride that as support, and then see a trend reversal to the other side. That's what I'm kind of hoping is going to happen here, but it has to actually put me into a trade. I wonder if 4,008 is just a little too aggressive. I've been really working on my entry points, but I've not been doing well on it. So 4.4 to 4.6 to 4.8. I'm gonna actually cut this. We're too close to a yellow switch. My trading right now is kind of experimental. Just constantly shifting with whatever the market is. So my trading at this particular point in time is a little more experimental than it was in months past. We got this doji at the bottom, 4.6 to 4.9 on the TTM 1 minute side. We're at 815. This is the area that I said that if we are going to get a turnaround, this likely would be the time. 3 minute chart, not showing any indication of flipping anytime soon. 13.3 to 14.3 to 14.9. So there is some leveling off on the TTM, but not enough for me to like really attack this. Checking out the 5. Currently down 750 in the sim on the day. We're up in the evaluations. Not much, but we are. 66 in our 100K and 16 and a half or something like that in our 50K. $7.0 to 9.7 on the TTM 5. Getting a green showing up on the 5 minute candle. First one since 7:45. So it's been the first one in a half an hour. We'll see if we close green on that candle. There's a red yellow right there that just kind of glanced out for a brief moment before the end of the candle. So this went from 5.0 to 5.1 to now 5.2. So we are getting some leveling off on the TTM. We almost made it down to 4,000. but we held support at 4,005. 5.15 to 5.0. Now popping up to 4,007. Join the bid at 4,007, which is right at that doji there. And I'm looking for a move up to, I'm going to drop this down to 4,009. We have room up to 4,012, looks like. Switching to the evaluation side and seeing if there's a possible move here. $5.0 to 4.95. Not enough of a move yet. It's got to maintain this yellow for at least another candle and move up by like a quarter of a point or like 0.3. We've got 20 seconds left in this candle, so this has 20 seconds to like play out. If it doesn't, then we likely need to cut the trade. But it's also flat on the TTM as well. So 5.0, 5.5. You can see there's sellers coming in heavy on this one. There were more buyers on these last two. Sellers coming in heavy on this one. 5.0 to 5.1 to now 5.1. Now 5.0, 4.9. So we're going to need to see a break over the 12 moving average, which is right there at 4,007.5. Our entry on this is 4,007 long. Chart has room to about 4,012, maybe 4,010. $5.1, so 5.0, 5.18, 5.0. This needs to end at like 4.8 or higher. Preferably 4.6-ish. We need buyers to step in though in order to really drive that price. And we got a long way to go before we hit VWAP. Also 250 crossed below the 200 moving average on the 1 minute chart. So there's a move back up. Went from 5.18 to 4.94 to 4.65, 4.67. More downward momentum than we want to see, but we're gonna have to basically we need this 50 to start curving back up for our longer term trend to take place. Shorter term trend, we need the 9 above the 12 for going long. We'll see if this finds support at 4,005. If not, we'll have to cut this. 4.9 to 4.7. 5 seconds left in this trade, or candle, not the trade. 4.9 to 4.6. This candle opening at 4.6 on the TTM1. Potentially even going red. Sellers stepping in. This could be that move down to 4,000. In which case, I better cut this trade and go short. Let's see if we can get out with a little micro profit. I may just have to cut it though. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this and go short. You gotta be kidding me. actually cut that because the sellers were stepping in so heavy. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing too. Is just like there's, I don't know, seems to be a lot of support down here at this 4,005 marker. I'm just taking too many trades, and honestly, I don't know. I'll have to reflect on today pretty heavily, I think. The sideways choppiness, like, that's always what gets me, man. 4.19 to 3.5. Now there is real momentum coming into this. Low of the day is 4,000.5. We have an entry at 4,005.5 long. You gotta be kidding me, man. So this move here, I took short right there for this exact move that's happening now. And then it filled, and so I cut it, and now it's happening anyway. But we ended up going long, basically because we're seeing the TTM turn around. It looked like it wasn't gonna go all the way down to the lower band. But this is literally what our exit point would have been. Is right there. So I'm very clearly out of sync with my trading today. That's one thing I've noticed. I've also noticed that there is a lot of like sideways movement. And it's the sideways movement, the choppiness, that's really kind of killing me. I am in this at 4,005.5, which is not like a terrible price. And the TTM is still stacking to the upside. We have a long way to go before this 9 actually crosses above that 12. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens on this. This pulled all the way back to 4,002.75. A lot of buyers coming in here. What's the volume like? 31.28 and 30.69. The last two candles volume. Okay, so we do have the 35 above the 26. That's looking good for a potential breakout near. I'm going to take a look at the 3-minute chart. This breakout could be inbound like soon. 3-minute did switch to TTM yellow from 14.0 to 13.3. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. 5-minute hasn't switched yet, but it is leveling off. So I do feel comfortable holding on to this trade for this length of time. My exit point is at 4,009.25, up 200 in it, and looking for a move potentially on the eval side. What's the CTM at? 3.1 to 2.4.
Order filled.
Join the bid at 7 3/4. I knew I should have hit the hit the button sooner, but it's okay. They're gonna get at 4,008.5, which we were right below.
Order filled.
Cut it there, 4,008. We'll probably hit 4,008.5, but did make a little micro profit on that. Up 82.56 in the evaluation. I do think this is going to pop up higher, though. It looks like we are actually getting the trend reversal now. Finally, after a lot of fake outs. But the 9 is getting very close. The 26 has nowhere to go except for a crossover now. And we did get that trade on this side. This did end up ripping up, so we definitely would have made that trade and then some on the eval side. Watch out for some sellers now to kind of push this back down. And potential resistance there at 40.10, which is right where the EMA 35 is. Taking a look at the 3-minute chart here. Gratefully, we are green in what matters, which is the evaluation. Let's see, 14.0 to 13.1 to 11.7. That's actually really great momentum. Going from 13.1 to 11.7. It's like 1.5 points. So now the question is, where's the next entry? Joining the bid in at 4,009 on the button, and we have movement available up to 4,016, which is the volume weighted average price. Taking a look at the 5. The 5 still has not switched to a yellow candle yet. Looking for 830 on that one, which is just in about 30 seconds. Like I said, I think that we will end green today. It's just a matter of getting the right moves and taking the right trades. We've got 10 seconds left in this 5-minute candle before we're on to the next one. 12.3 to 13.2 in the TTM 5. New candle opening up at 13.8. So some leveling off there. May see a little pullback here. But 4,009 looks like a good level. 4,010 may have some resistance on it. So I'm going to jump back to the 3-minute chart, which has a possible crossover inbound. Although, if you look at the distance of this, and I need to actually adjust this. If you look at the distance of this, it's pretty far. You can see that this one's down here at 9 or 10, and this one's up here at 17. So that's really far off. 11.6 to 10.1 on the TTM 3. That's looking great. And switching back over to the 1-minute chart, which is getting a cyan switch. Now, where are we in regards to that 12.26 crossover and 9.12? So 9 is above 12. That's looking good. We got resistance to the 50 EMA. So may look for an entry here off of 4,010. See if that can even happen. No, that's way too far up there. So we did get that trade on this side. Now we're down just 150 bucks on the day. I'm gonna look for another entry point off of 4,012 area. Entered at 4012 and looking to get out. Let's see. Yeah, where we're at is fine. I'm gonna put it at 15 though, just for good times. And I'm gonna put this at 5 ticks. Okay, we're at 5, and I try to get in at like 12. I was gonna say 12.25, but I'm gonna not take that trade because this is about to pull back, I think. So 12.5 was gonna be the entry point, which that would have entered there. I can see a pullback to 11.75 or maybe even like 11.5, and then a bounce off that. This has been solid green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles in a row. So a pullback is necessary. I do wish I took a larger trade on this one though, because we were entered at 7 3/4. We got out at one tick basically because it stalled out here for a while, and when it stalls out before the crossover actually happens, it makes me really nervous because I've seen it like fail a lot of times right beforehand. So but certainly we could have taken a move up to like 4,009. So we're getting that pullback now to about 12.5. 11.75 was the area I said that it would pull back to, which was the top of the 50 EMA, which is exactly the dollar amount that I went to, and it's popping back up to 13. We have a candle. We have a flag up here at the top, and we've got a triple top there, as you can see, right at 13.5. So little resistance there at 13.5. We're still in this trade on this side. I may actually cut it just to make sure that I'm green on the day. I'm gonna cut it. We're back green $100. We've taken way too many trades, so we're definitely net in the red, but that's okay. This is paper, and it's meant for learning, so that's the point. We've got a possible 5,200 crossover inbound on the 1 minute chart. Now, this one is really useful on the 1 minute chart because where I have it placed, it's really been pretty accurate. And I did recently adjust the 3 minute chart for the 5,200, and we got that dialed in pretty accurately. I may edit this one so that it's not so close. Let's see, edit studies. We're gonna look for, we've got possible cross this. Well, how did I even do that? This one we made it be at 35 and 200, so it warns us roughly 15 candles ahead. This one warns us like 4 candles ahead. So it's not like particularly bad where it's at. Just gonna check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. Yeah, it really was. It really was strong, and it's pretty much like we were talking about that in the Discord community this morning, where we were mentioning about that 5,200 crossover that was inbound. I think I called this out at like, I don't know what time, 5 something. I don't even think it was. I think 4:21 was when we called that out. Trade the ES off the SPY chart. How would you even do that? Like, I mean, I guess I could view the SPY chart and then actively trade on the ES chart. $9.21 cross. Interesting. I've not used that one before. I do use a 9.12. I'm like jumping to my Discord group. By the way, guys, if you guys are not in our Discord community, y'all missing out. So we're talking about everything from entrepreneurship to philosophy, to our whole why we get behind trading and everything like that, to trading strategies, the whole nine. So if y'all are not in that Discord community, y'all missing. Y'all gotta check it out. I'm gonna say y'all just one more time, just to say y'all. We're seeing some pullback here to about 4,010 area. So what we're going to look for here is support off the 200 moving average. That is the red line here, the 200 simple. So we're going to look for support off of that. This is on the 3 minute, not the 5 minute. But you can see on the 3 minute, we're still stacking on the TTM, and we still have this possible crossover of the 1226. That's the 12 EMA and the 26 simple. 9.7 to 7.8 to 6.1. A lot of great stacking on the TTM. A lot of momentum stacking up there. Our next candle is going to be at 39, which is in about 30 seconds. So we should have a new 3 minute candle here in about 30 seconds. $4,010 looks like it's may act as support. I tried to get in there at 4,010, but it just didn't fill me. It popped off of it. I'll try and get in at 10.75. Okay, we got a new candle. 6.2 to 4. Wow, that is a really strong stack. I'm just gonna join the bid. So now we're looking for a move up towards the VWAP now. We may run into resistance here at 4,014, which is the EMA 35. I'm actually, because of that, I'm going to put my sell order there at the 15. And we're going to jump to the evaluation side, and we're going to look for a move off of maybe 12.5. See if we can get that entry. Nah, it's running without us. I'm going to cut it. Did puck down to 12.5. Switching over to 3 ticks. What's our entry on the eval side? 12.25. And we're on the TTM 3. I'm going to switch to the 1 minute chart. 1 minute has a 5,200 crossover inbound. Getting spam called right now. I swear that said from Scam Valley. Like, no joke. Because, you know, like on your phone, it'll like tell you what area it's from. There we go, 4,014. Now we're up $450 on the day. I swear that said it was from Scam Valley. I gotta look at this. Oh. It says scam likely. I've seen it say spam likely. I've never seen it say scam likely. We've got the 200 moving average at 16 now. It is moving its way upward slightly. Where's the 50 at? 50's down here. 9 is now crossing above the 50. We've got this sort of U-shaped pattern here. So we may see a pullback to like maybe the 9, which is right there at 4,012-ish. So I think 4,012.5 still looks like a reasonable entry point, which I just entered in. This is a little aggressive though for me. I'm looking to get out at 4,015. It is pulling back to 12. Take a look at the TTM3, which is working on its way towards a 1226 crossover. We've got this triple top here. Watch out for resistance there at that EMA 35, which is right at 14. Yet again, you know, I already said that, but let's see, 6.0 to 4.6 to 2.9, stacking up very nicely on the TTM3. 9 is almost above the 12 on the TTM3. A standing order here at 13.25 to get out of 14. I'm gonna cut it because I just think it's just gonna keep on running. So, looks like we have room now to 4,016. Gonna take this trade off, take that 200. Now we're up $700 on the day. What a wild ride! From being our peak of the day was 600. Then we went down to like, I don't know, 400 or something. Got back up to 550. Then went red 550. Now we're back positive 700. Let's factor in our fees here, which is 124 contracts. Minus our 700, so we're actually only green 160 bucks, but that's okay because now we have room to run off this trend reversal. We do still have the VWAP at 4,016, so we are still below the VWAP. One second, Joe. I'll get the text from the wife. Pulling back to 4,013. I want to thank everybody for hanging out on stream with us. We really do appreciate you guys. Absolutely, we love and appreciate you guys hanging out here. But wouldn't that be 2,000 bucks though? $220 per point. I don't know. Y'all talking about something. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do the minis, but it's honestly it's too little movement for me in terms of the actual like account size. I'm looking to make like around $300 a day. I'm really intentionally trying to make trading a full-time income, which I know is not the norm. We're getting a nice pop here. But that's actually what I'm really trying to do with this, which is why I trade. Why I don't really trade the micros. I'm trying to take an entry off of 13. I did trade the NQ a lot in the beginning, and I eventually switched to the ES, just because I found the movement to be a little more predictable. And also I found myself making more profit on the ES than it was in the NQ. Cutting that trade, taking 150 in profit there. We've got this resistance here at 4,014, which has shown really heavy there for a while. But I almost feel like we need to trade on the 3-minute chart right now. You got this possible 5,200 crossover. The 50 is down at 4,012. The 200 is there at 4,016. Switching back to the 3-minute chart. It's a really good trading day, honestly. Been wanting to see a trading day like this for a while. 9 is just now crossing above the 12 on the 3-minute chart. We've got 2.9 to 1.0 on the TTM. Now we want to see possibly a pullback to about the EMA 35, which is this blue line here, which is right there at about 4,014. Then we want to see a pop off of 4,014. Hitting resistance at 15. I can see this running up to 16 though. I'm interested in trading in the eval, but we are cooling on the TTM1. We're stacking on the TTM3. Like I said, an entry at 4014 is what I want to see. We've got the 9 above the 12. We're coming in really close to a 1226 crossover on the 3-minute chart. We're coming up here at the top of the hour as well. VWAP is there at 16 3/4. We entered at 14 on the paper side. I'm gonna look to get out at 16.5. In our 100K eval, we're up 82.56 on the day. In our 50K, we're up like 16 bucks or something. Something small. Entered this at 4014. I may just cut it right here. Make her 100 bucks. We're up $1,000 on the day now in gross. So let's pull up our handy dandy calculator and let's factor in our fees. All right, so 1,000. So we're up $424 net on the day. 9 is above 12 on the 3-minute chart. Went from negative 1.1 to positive 0.5. Went from the yellow chili pepper to the cyan chili pepper. Again, pulling back to 4014. 4014 almost seems like a support level, practically. I mean, it's bounced off it several times, and it's come up and hit the resistance here at 4015, and now we're finally popping over it. We are about 30 seconds till the next 3-minute candle, which is looking really promising to actually push all the way back up towards VWAP up here. Hopefully this doesn't end as a doji. If it does end red, that's fine. I just don't want it to end as a doji. The reason why I don't want to end as a doji is because when we end as a doji at the top of a move, often it's going to indicate a move downward. When we end the doji at the bottom of a move, typically indicates a trend reversal to the upside. Ended green on that one just before the close of that candle, now opening red. 0.6 to 1.9 on the TTM3, coming down to 14 again, and sort of getting some bounces off the EMA 35. And that's really why the 14, I honestly think, matters right now. Why 4014 matters, because it's right where the EMA 35 is. And so we are getting some pretty nice sized bounces off of that. I'm gonna see if I can get in here at 14 3/4. I don't know if we can get that low. May have to go to 4015. So we actually did get a 1226 crossover there. I'm gonna try and get in at 15. Short squeeze up. I could see that. I don't know how much we're going to pop above VWAP though, so I'm probably going to exit right there at VWAP, which is right around 16 3/4. We're in at 4015 at the moment. But I do think that you are kind of probably right on the squeeze up, because We do have we were hitting highs today. When we pulled back, we did not pull all the way back to the lower band. And we reclaimed VWAP pretty quickly, in my opinion, considering it's only been about an hour since we dropped below VWAP, and we're near VWAP now. We're also getting a 1226 crossover to the upside. 9 is above 12 on the 3-minute chart. We're getting a cyan switch. Basically, we've got a lot of bullish indicators happening with very few bearish indicators at the moment. So we definitely do have some potential for a squeeze at the moment here. Pulling back to 4,014. This is our 3-minute pullback. 0.6 to 1.9 on the TTM. We may see this squeeze happen, if it does happen, at around the top of the hour, 9 o'clock or noon in Eastern time. 1.8 to 2.9. Got some Seeking Alpha news coming in here. Dow falls, etc. Getting a drop down now on the TTM 3, the 3-minute chart. Seeing we've got this possible 5200 crossover inbound, but it's actually kind of far away. We're gonna have to see if we can pop up off this 50 moving average. If we don't, I gotta cut this trade, and I gotta cut it quick. We're already down 500 in it, and I don't like that. I mean, who would? But you know. Did get this double top here at 15 3/4 or whatever, and clearly had pretty heavy resistance there at 3 or at 3. Oh, what? At 15. Hit resistance there like 3 times. Yeah, we're falling down. I'm gonna actually cut this trade, even if it does pop back up. I'm out. Now up 500 on the day gross, but I think after net, we're actually negative after fees. Grateful I cut it though, because we are seeing a drop down there. Now we're going to have to wait and see for this to like consolidate above 4,010 before we get another run up here. If we don't do that, we're going to need to consolidate along this like the 50 moving average and bounce off that. The 35 has not yet crossed above the 50. But one thing to note here, and if I had been paying attention to the 1-minute chart, I wouldn't have been in that last trade, because if you saw, the 26 actually crossed above the 35, indicating this move before it happened. So it happened here on this green candle, and then we got that fall. So, you know, but it's a lot to pay attention to. If you're, you know, if you're a person trading, you know, there's a lot of different charts to pay attention to, a lot of different moving averages, and a lot going on with, you know, strategies. So I'm not going to beat myself up too bad over it. Basically, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Still got that possible 5,200 crossover. Now I'm going to wait for a move, like a pullback to like 13 3/4. And I'm going to try to get out here at 15. So basically 13 3/4 was a move off the 9 EMA. That was the intention of it. Love to see if we get a 1-minute candle to make a new high. It did it. So back to 750 on the day. We made 200 on that one, or 250 actually. Coming up, hitting that 200 moving average right on the button, which is right there at 16. Yeah, 16. Now we're getting pulled back to 15. That would have been a really nice trade in the eval. Just a pop right there off that 9 EMA, which is exactly what that trade was that I just did. I had to cut this off of. I'm gonna put this at like 5 ticks. We had it at 15 for the breakout, but the breakout never came. Well, it did. I mean, we did take some of that. We just didn't take 15 ticks of it. You get like 8 or 9 off of one of them. See, I'm leveling off on the blue candles. You can see we went from 1.1 to 0.9 to 0.7 to 0.7. So possible cyan inbound. May look for another move off the 9 EMA, which would be at 14.5. Let's look at taking 14.5 here. We're just about to hit the top of the hour. I want to see if this squeeze happens. Like, honestly, it seems intriguing to me. Couple seconds left in this candle. We're in at 14.5 on the paper side. And I'm just looking to get out at 15 3/4, which would just be another test of this 200 moving average. All right, we got that. We're back up 1,000 on the day. Took a bunch of trades to get there, so we just added a bunch of fees for no reasons. And there we are, top of the hour, getting a nice big push up here. Push all the way up to VWAP. Rejected VWAP pretty heavily at the moment. But that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. We have a possible crossover inbound on the 5-minute chart. We don't know. I really like this guy, this artist. Y'all should check him out if you like this song at all. His name's Matt Large. He has a bunch of other tunes that sound like this. So I think he's a really good artist. I found him on Tidal. So he's probably on Spotify and some of the other streaming services. I use Tidal, so I wonder if I have an affiliate link for that. I know I have a referral one. They give me like a free month or something, and then they give you guys a free month. So it's like you get a free month and I get a free month. Long but holding for a potential false break down and rip up. Yeah. And that NQ is dangerous. Yeah, you're not wrong. NQ is pretty crazy at times. You see the 5-minute is getting this nice pop up here, moving from 8.8 to 6.6 on the TTM. 9's almost inbound. We're switching back over to the 1-minute chart, and we are getting a pop above volume weighted average price. Look for an entry right here off this 200 moving average. It's right there at 16. In at 16. Well, actually, I have an order at 16. Didn't fill me. Time on this candle. Another 30 seconds left. Gonna try to get in at 16.25, maybe 16.5. Jumping to the evaluation side, and that was a nice pop there from 15 up to 17. We've got 17 seconds left in this candle. All All right, we got that entry off of 16 in our paper side. 2 seconds left in this. We dojied on a VWAP. So we straight up dojied on the VWAP. This could hit heavy resistance here on VWAP. Took that trade off, made 250 on that one, up 1,250 on the day in the paper side. We got 10 seconds left in this candle here. I'm hesitant to take a trade in the evaluation just because we're like kind of dojing and riding on this VWAP. I've seen this break down but here before. It looks strong though. Like I will say that it does look strong. I just didn't want to be caught in something that didn't play out. Have an entry waiting there at 17.5. We answered at 17.5. I'm looking to get out at 18.25 on the evaluation side. Wish me luck. Taking it off there at 18. Hopefully it fills us.
Order
filled.
filled.
Filled us at 18. Made 2 ticks on that. So we're up 128.84 in our 100K eval. Our goal is 2,000. By the way, guys, if you want to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. Best customer service in the industry, but hands down from what I can tell. Okay. I had an issue this morning. My 100K wasn't showing up in my evaluation, but my 50K was. Emailed them. 5 minutes later, they resolved the issue. No problem whatsoever. You guys can earn funding as low as 10K and all the way up to $300,000. So you literally can trade with the equity of a whole house. And if you use the link in my description and the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually lock in a lifetime discount. Now there's a couple different styles here. They do have the traditional end of the day drawdown that you'll find at most prop firms, but there's so much more options available to you guys. There's also the one-step evaluation, which I'm personally working on the 50K eval right now on the one-step. This allows me 8 contracts of the mini and 80 micros with a profit target of 3,000 and a trailing max drawdown of 2,000. But there's also the static evaluation. This is what you just saw me trading just now. And there's a 100K and a 150K. Now, personally, I wish the 150K had been available when I signed up. I signed up when they only had this 100K. They just added this 150K in January of this year. So it's brand new. But this is a profit target of 4,000 with a 1,250 max drawdown. Allows you 4 contracts of the mini and 40 micros. The static evaluation is super simple. Basically, if you lose more than this much, you're out. If you don't lose more than that much, you're not out. Basically, if you have this 100K and you hit 102K, you're funded. The end. There's no trailing. You don't need to keep track of end of day drawdown. None of that stuff. Just super simple, very straightforward. If you click the see more details, which is listed next to every single plan, you'll be able to understand it fully and completely. There's also the fast track evaluations. These ones I only recommend doing if you are highly confident in your strategy, because they do have a maximum amount of time that you could do it. So you have to do it within a time frame, but they are super cheap. So these are really helpful if you know exactly what you're doing and you know you can do it quickly. But yeah, guys, check them out. Use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST in order to lock in that lifetime discount. I'll also drop a link here as well, so you guys can just click it. stillstraight.com/ETF. Let's jump back into the charts. Looks like that was a really nice trade. Looks like we did have room up to 40.19, so we definitely could have gone for a much bigger move there. Getting some major breakdown and resistance off of the volume weighted average price here. After that long breakout, dropping all the way down to 4,015. So a move downward of $4, which is 16 ticks. That's a lot of movement. So guys, we are I have to take care of family stuff, so I'm probably gonna shut it down here. But super awesome trading day today. Um, I'm gonna have to locate my link here for Apex trading as well. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to go ahead and shut it down there. Just want to let y'all know that I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. I am just checking out my Discord here. Yeah, so Pawn has actually let me know that Apex Trading is actually offering a 80% discount right now, which is a crazy, crazy discount. Um, and I will definitely get my link for that, guys, and I'll drop it in the Discord community. So I gotta go right now. I don't have my link available at the moment. But that is a crazy, crazy deal that Pawn was just talking about with Apex. They're doing an 80% off deal right now. So I will get that link together and I will put that in the Discord community, guys. But we are jumping off right now. I have family stuff to take care of today. But I will be in the Discord community intermittently throughout the day. Today, I am about to post my results in the group there. Yeah, thank you everybody who showed up today. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And also, guys, join us in our Discord community. It's just joelstraight.com/Discord. And Pawn, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention today. And also, thank you very much for joining us in our live stream today. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Optimus, and we'll see you in the Discord community. Peace.